I still say, he's our biggest star. He's had an incredible, not just past 2 years, an incredible 10 years, multiple WrestleMania main events, and he is everything he says he is. Things have changed a bit recently. Drew McIntyre has been rising up the card. Roman's situation's changed where he's not as featured on our television shows or our weekend shows. So as far as I'm concerned, he's taken a step back, which has allowed me to take 2 steps forward, which is going to allow me to crush him at Clash at the Castle on Saturday. I'd be struggling to name anybody that's had more WrestleMania main events, more significant big moments, more legends that Roman's defeated. That's why it's going to be all the more sweeter when I defeat him, but you can't doubt what an incredible career he's had thus far and will continue to have. There is a buzz in the air, there's an excitement in the air, things feel a little different. It's that buzz online and that buzz backstage of, what's going to happen, what can happen. There's people showing up left and right we haven't seen for a minute. There's things happening on the show that hadn't happened before. So I'm excited, the talent's excited, the fans are excited, and I know Triple H very well. He's a very smart individual. He sat under the learning tree with Vince McMahon for many, many, many years, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Now, he loves his wrestling history, from every country, but, British wrestling in particular, you can talk to him about any genre of wrestling, any decade of wrestling. He's a wrestling historian. He loves it so much. He thinks outside the box, and we're going to see, and we've already seen a lot of cool things happening. We're going to continue to see a lot of cool things happening, with this new vision that Triple H is bringing. This is something I've been talking about since I was about 22 years old, and I first went to Stamford, Connecticut, WWE headquarters, and I asked, why can't we have a UK stadium show like SummerSlam 92? Logistics, Drew, things that even I don't understand. I was told in talent relations. I was like, okay. Years passed, and then I would ask the same questions. I would get the same answers. I wouldn't like the answers. I'd be like, come on, guys, do you not like money? Like, the UK is such a passionate fan base. Aside the business aspects, like, the crowd are going to be amazing. It's going to be something that they deserve and something that I really want to do and the other superstars will enjoy. Excuse. Then suddenly, we get the WWE Network. We start doing these shows and super shows across the world. We did one in Australia one time, and I remember the conversation when I said, remember that logistics talk, that time difference talk? This is Australia. This doesn't get much more of a time difference in Australia. And when I became WWE champion, I would shout from the rooftops, let's make this show happen. The right people behind the scenes of WWE let me know perhaps talks are happening. I keep doing what I'm doing. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. And thanks to a joint effort, especially our superheroes behind the scenes, working with Wales, with Cardiff, with the local government, they made this show happen, and I'm excited it's in the Principality. I got to be there in person. I got to look around. I got to see how low the roof is to the pitch. I screamed out a few times, heard my voice bouncing off every area by myself in the stadium, and thought, my God, when there's 70,000 people in here, this is going to be deafening. My hearing's not great as it is. I might go deaf that night when I win. Like day one, I do feel like I've worked extremely hard for 21 years of my wrestling career, especially the past few years for WWE, but it doesn't mean I should be given a thing, but I feel very blessed that I get this opportunity to get my 3rd championship. And as you mentioned, the first one I won at WrestleMania. My big moment was in front of nobody. I beat Brock Lesnar in 5 minutes. It was just the times we were in, COVID, every other sport and entertainment company shut down. WWE pushed ahead, gave everyone an escape during the scariest of times, and hopefully my win brought a smile to their face. So, that's fine with me. The fans weren't there. The second time, we had the virtual fans in the Thunderdome. I beat Randy Orton. Cool moment. We got virtual fans there. I could see my wife in the middle screen. I could see my cat Chaz held up in the middle screen. Pretty cool. And then for the 3rd time with fans, I couldn't have dreamt a better scenario. Even as a kid, I thought WrestleMania is the ultimate dream. Main event in WrestleMania, winning the title was the ultimate dream, because there wasn't a British, regular show in a stadium, so it wasn't even. I didn't think it was attainable. Now I'm in a dream scenario right now, and I could really make my dreams come true that I didn't even realize were my dreams when I was younger. I hope he turns up finally. Him and I have been going back and forth for years now, and in the beginning he was giving some playful banter. I guess what he thought was some WWE style talk. I was a bit harsh back to him because I wanted to get some real feeling, some real emotion out of Tyson, and he fired the hell up, and we've been going at each other for a while. I even showed up to a show one time. I came out of the Thunderdome for a title match. I looked in the crowd, he was right there. I went, he didn't even come find me. He's ducking me. Tyson Fury's scared of Drew McIntyre. So hopefully he does show up in Cardiff. Hopefully he does see me raise the title. And hopefully we can have some words with each other. Love the Rangers. As a kid, pretty much in my family, there's like a Rangers top laid out when you're a baby, a Celtic top laid out, and my papa would be there with an Ayr United top, hoping you crawl towards that, and I crawled towards the Rangers top, my cousins crawled towards the Celtic tops, and my brother kept going and ended up at Man City somehow. So I've been with Rangers my whole life, the good days when I was younger, the not so good days, about 10 years ago, and it was kind of parallel with my not so good days, but McIntyre's back on top, Rangers are back on top, so I'm excited for the future. I'm sure we'll do a fine against Liverpool as well. Come on, lads. Please. Seamus is a big Liverpool fan. If we beat Liverpool, man, I'll never shut up about it.